Hello everyone, this is Wanda, False Teeth Real Tarot, and tonight we are going to do a pull for a young man. Young men, who are you? Young man, who are you? I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I was asked to get out a white tiger, and the white tiger I have has cubs with her, the squirrel, and I went out and picked a lily out of the front yard. Tonight we're going to use the Akashic Records. We're going to use the Golden Tarot. And we're going to use the Freebirds cards. We have the Archangel cards. And we have sage and yerba santa, sweet grass, tobacco, and a few other little things in there. And so let's get this rolling. Only 100% pure light, pure goodness. Young man, who are you? Three cards. What could you tell this young man? What can you tell this young man about himself? What does he need to know, hear, see, feel, understand? Right there. All right. First card. I have my glasses over here somewhere. Oh, here they are. The willow. You're not going to be able to see these probably. Here you go. It's the willow tree, and it also goes by the weeping willow. And there's just a whole lot of energies going on, especially when you're trying to figure out yourself. You know, and all this kind of stuff coming all over, you know, and from every direction, it seems like. And sometimes there's just a lot of emotions because it's right next to a stream or a creek. And water stands for emotions. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is happy family. So, you know, I believe almost everybody wants to have a happy family. So it's not out of the ordinary. But hopefully you're not weeping about it. And then we have the Tower card. And in this Tower card is about authority, you know, and ambition. And trying to be controlled by the outside forces. But there's rules and regulations. You know, aim high. Aim high. And, you know, be at your top. Be at your top. For your happy family. And then we have abundance. The abundance card came out, you know, so I believe that you're really and truly wanting to have the abundance of many things, which is awesome, you know, because it's an awesome thing to strive for. And so I think that as long as we stay within our boundaries and not go for the controlled. I'm hearing censorship. Okay, let's get the next deck to see what that's all about. With the Akashic Records, the Karmic Trench. Yeah, sometimes we feel like we're going, there's like probably 20 rows here. And half of the rows has been plowed and the other half hasn't. And so I'm hearing balanced, but sometimes if we get in a rut and there's just too many lines and too many rows to go down to fulfill what you believe that you're supposed to do, sometimes that's really difficult on our minds. And then I got the Tower in this deck also. And this Tower in the Tarot, because the other Tower was in the Lemon. So the one in the Tarot could either mean falling apart or falling together. And, you know, I have 5 sons, you know, and all between some high numbers. But sometimes it just felt like they were coming apart. But once it all landed, it was getting things together, you know. But sometimes it can be a tower. Maybe something's about to happen, but I'm not hearing that. You know, you might think so because of this karmic rut, but I think that things is coming together for you. It just doesn't feel like it. And then I got the snake and the Lemon, which is like shedding the old skin and entanglement, affairs, difficult lies or distractions, you know, or a detour. How the snake goes like this, you know. I'm thinking that there might be another, maybe instead of zigzagging around, that you might be able to find the balance in these lines, in these rows right here. Because what I'm seeing here is the rows of the karmic trench, the tower, and then the snake. So let's see, and then intuition. So I believe that if you use your intuition, you know, that gut feeling that we all have, just go with your gut and reach out. And if you don't like to read, and Google something, you know, about what you're wanting to learn about, whatever that you're wanting to learn about. Okay? And then we have Archangel Michael with the Akashic Records. So you have Archangel Michael working with you in your Akashic Records, man. How awesome is that? And then you have the Eight of Cups, which you might, you know, be fearing some kind of emotion that, or emotions that had been down for a long time, and maybe they're coming out in the open. But just know there's always a way out. There's always a way out. Okay? Hugging you. Hugging you. Yeah. Love and compassion. And then we have ecstasy. I was thinking about that earlier when I was getting things set up. I was thinking that, you know, maybe you got a little bit of extra energy in certain areas. So, what my recommendation on that would be a little bit of baby oil. And hug yourself. You know, sometimes that's all we need is to let loose some of those energies. You know, and not having to look everywhere. It's that you have it within yourself. And you have Archangel Michael with you. In the Akashic Records you have Archangel Michael. You know, he's not wanting you to be a weeping willow tree. He's wanting you to be happy. And have the abundance. And use your intuition. And not have to go down every rabbit hole. Maybe that's why the snake come out, because snakes love little rabbit holes. Yeah. And all these rows right here, maybe that's just going to come out to be balance. Just balance. When you figure out which rows you have already been down and which rows you need to go through. I love you, young man. I love you. I'm hearing here the bottom card. Love. Ah! Love is the bottom card. Yes. Abundance of love can be felt. And sometimes you got to stroke it to the left, you got to stroke it to the right. Think in your mind that it's all right or tight. Whatever you want to think about. Sometimes we've got to love ourselves before we can love another. And just know that there's so much love in this community. It's just so much love. Yeah. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. And young men, young man. I hope this helps.